Wellness Call. My name is Dale Bonet. Listen a little bit about my background. Out of college, I went to work for a company called Procter & Gamble. I went into the food and beverage division, 7 divisions at P&G. I went into food and beverage, rose into management, and my brands included Crisco shortening, the Duncan Hines mix line, Jif peanut butter, Pringles potato chips. If you ever ate a Pringles potato chip, I had something to do with it. Same thing with Folgers coffee, Citrus Hill orange juice, Sunny Delight Hawaiian Punch. I had a great time at that company. Lots of brand initiatives, lots of just new things, just tremendous time. And then I went into private business for myself, and I met an incredible human being named Roger Hill. The thing that struck me about Roger was his approach. He has an analytical mind. I call it a gift from God. He just takes everything in and then moves forward with the right moves. I call it his unique ability to find the corners in a circle. Listen, Roger's got it. And it served him well in his career at NASA. Roger used to take regular meetings with people you can read about in the history books. And I don't know how you top a career like that unless you get recruited by the Pentagon. Roger was recruited, spent years at the Pentagon, and then went into private business where I met him. And in our industry, he created a reputation for success. His picture's still on the Wall of Fame of several companies, but he really carved out a niche as a creator of pay plans for this industry. Roger understood that the people are the company. It seems like pay plans, things don't match, the money goes back to the company. This doesn't happen, the money goes back. If you don't do something in a certain period of time, the money goes. Listen, Roger understood, as I said, it's the people that are the company. He's created pay plans that are unmatched, and there's never been one like ours. Roger is our CEO. He took all that experience, that knowledge, that education, planted his flag here at MOREMITO. He's our CEO and runs the company, and that's why we are having the success we're having. That's also, I think, a gift from God to have him as our CEO. And he made one of his best first business decisions was his partner. He chose to partner with a research scientist named Dr. Bevan Elliott. Dr. Bevan has created something unique for our company. We are the only company with XDS delivery system. Why is that important? It doesn't matter what's in a product. If it doesn't get into a system, a way for your body to use it, it does no good to consume something and have the bulk of it expelled. Our XDS allows the ingredients in our products to not just get through your cell walls, but deeper. Through the walls of your mitochondria, we increase the mitochondria in your body. We're the only product that can do it. We're the only company that has XDS technology. And listen, you don't run out of MOREMITO products and go to Walmart and get anything like them. There's nothing like these products. You only get them here, and people only get them from you. That's why we're all together on this call. And to hear more about all of this, I'm going to turn the call over now to our CEO, Roger Hill. Roger?
Great to be with you, Dale.
Good to hear your voice, buddy. You're coming through loud and clear. Take it away.
Yeah, it's something in my throat there. And great to be with so many of you as well. We look forward to doing our health and wellness calls each week on Saturday and again on Monday night. Each week we take on pertinent health topics. You know, in recent weeks, we talked about things like, how not to suffer from the consequences of high blood pressure, diabetes. We talked about how to be mentally, physically, and emotionally well. And this weekend, our topic is arteriosclerosis and all its downstream consequences like pulmonary edema, heart and kidney failure, and all the things that happen when cholesterol and calcium build up in your blood vessels. But before we get into that tonight, let me introduce you to us, particularly if you're new. By now, you may know that we are a nutraceutical company, and that we're noted for making some profoundly effective products for people and their pets. I'd like for you to know why that is. It's because of some unique science that our scientist, Dr. Bevan Elliott, has created to make all of us healthier. You know, his approach is he wants to grow back your mitochondria. That's that component in your cells that produces energy. When he does, with your health. So his approach is really, really simple. He takes natural ingredients He solved a problem with them called deliverability. He created this technology called XDS to solve it. That stands again for exponential delivery system, and he can transform these ingredients at the molecular level so that they can flow easily and effectively into your cells, but even more into your mitochondria, where can these profound changes happen. Now, he created a product line for us. It's called UltraMito. Dave's going to talk about that in a minute. And it grows back your mitochondria you lose through the course of your life for a lot of reasons, like illnesses and medications you might have been prescribed for the illnesses, things you get into in the environment. And it's made a profound change, and it's been a godsend for so many people. Dale.
Thank you, Roger. Listen, the first product I want to mention is called Rejuvenate. It's our topical gel, and it's for anywhere on your body. You put it on your skin, you rub it into your head, you put it in your hair. It's for anywhere on your body, head to toe, and it's for anything that disturbs your skin. That could be a scratch, a cut, a bump, a mole, any blemish, anything that disturbs your skin. And it's not just for the skin, it soaks through the skin and gets down deep into your tendons, into your muscles, into your joints, helps your back, your knees. Listen, we've got testimonials with people's the effect it's had for people on their cellulite and on their wrinkles. We got a gentleman with horribly painful varicose veins. That has been solved as well. And it's just a powerful, powerful product. Listen, if you know anybody that's got a condition in their feet or their hands, maybe numbness and pain, this is going to become your go-to product for everything I just described and more. It's called Rejuvenate. There's nothing like it. Now let me tell you about Restore. Restore is our third-generation product. Dr. Bevan has truly created something unique using a foundation of two ancient superfoods, olive oil with olive leaf and black seed oil. They've both been used for thousands of years because of the benefits they provide to the human condition. They found black seed when they opened King Tut's tomb. But Dr. Bevan has been able to take several elements of these and use them in special ways. As an example, with olive oil and olive leaf, he's been able to take several elements and use them to repair your cell walls. And when we can tune up and detoxify your cells while increasing your mitochondria, that's our uniqueness, that's our secret, that's our name. MOREMITO, short for mitochondria. When we can increase your mitochondria and repair your cell walls, it has an astounding effect that helps your body work the way it's supposed to, the way it should, the way it did before life and the environment started tearing your body down. Well, let's look at black seed. Black seed has its own special benefits that helps your body create more of a certain thing. What is the thing? It's energy. Cellular energy, real energy. It's steady, no jitters, it's strong. It's not like the hit you get of energy from caffeine or sugar where you get a big high and then a big crash. Cellular energy is steady. Imagine being able to start and complete a task without resting, to complete it all the way through with strength and with clarity of mind. That's cellular energy. Once you experience it again, it is absolutely phenomenal and tremendous, and it's waiting for you. I just mentioned 2 of the 44 ingredients in Restore, all properly balanced, that are an astounding, astounding product. The final thing, Dr. Bevan understands that some of the most important members of our family are our pets. They can't have people Restore. There's things in there that pets shouldn't have, so Dr. Bevan created Pet Restore version 2.0. Listen, if you've got a dog that can't walk up and down the stairs, it's arthritic, it doesn't run anymore, if your cat has become lethargic, lays around the house, hacking up fur balls and shedding, listen, you can bring those pets back to puppy and kitty stage. Imagine your dog running around again and wanting to go on walks and the cat being playful. Imagine their pain and suffering gone. Listen, they have allergies just the way people do, and they're closer to the things that cause trouble, like chemicals in carpets, chemicals in the grass. Bring your pets to their best life with Pet Restore. So 3 products: Rejuvenate, Restore 3.0 for people and Pet Restore 2.0. There is nothing like these products. You're about to hear more about all of that now as I turn this back over to Roger. Roger?
All right. Thank you, Dale. Arteriosclerosis and its downstream consequences. That's what we're talking about. They include edema, heart and kidney failure, all consequences of that. Now, I'll tell you again how we got onto this. We talked about this on Saturday. You had a great response to it. One of the actors that I follow, Ray Liotta, died of arteriosclerosis. And when I was reading the article, I came across a statistic that just startled me. It said that it's a sneaky killer. It affects half the U.S. population over 45. And so I said to myself, that means that almost half the people that I've done interviews with have had it. So I went back and searched my interviews to find out who is it that I talked to that might have been affected by this. And let me tell you what these symptoms are to go with it that made it so noticeable, right? We're talking about things like fatigue, shortness of breath, chest pain and angina, pain in arms and legs, muscle weaknesses in your legs from lack of blood circulation, confusion or caused by blockages, brain blood blockages to your brain, okay? And when you look at what the process is that your arteries are starting to narrow, and it happens as a gradual process as the plaque and the calcium builds up. And whatever part of your body is being oxygen starved is going to suffer as a result. If it's your brain, you might end up having loss of memory, like one of the people we let you listen to on Saturday had. Or if it's in your legs, you'll have muscle weakness. We have someone else that you heard from on Saturday with that very same situation, okay? So, and also it could lead to, once again, because blood flow is blocked, if it's in the artery like your kidneys, it could contribute to kidney failure. And guess what? You can have all of these things at one time. And we're going to go back to that. We're going to get into that and talk and let you hear from some more people tonight. But I want to go back to Dr. Elliott, who you heard from on Saturday. He was talking about a longevity doctor we did some work with. They had clients that had high triglycerides, that's fat in your bloodstream, and had high cholesterol. You know, their cholesterol levels were wrong, and got dramatic results with that. But this all starts with us restoring mitochondria to useful levels. So you've got your cells have the energy in all your organs, the highest ones being your heart, your brain, and your eyes, to actually, you know, turn back the clock and have you regain that functionality that you used to have. Well, let you hear again from
also do, and here's the big one, and it is the biggest one, is we reset your mitochondria. We recycle the ones that are damaged, and we turn up the energy in the ones that are functional. And once we turn up that energy, then your body at the very basic level has enough energy in order to carry out the self-repair farther, in order to get rid of those free radicals, in order to carry out all the procedures inside the cell that protect it from all of those outside toxins, heavy metals and organic compounds, and even radiation of various types, things that are not natural for you. So if we focus first on mitochondria, repair and turning up energy, then what starts happening is the DNA that your mitochondria produces to carry out mitochondrial energy production is now not damaged. Now those processes to create energy inside your cell get turned up, and then you can function better.
Okay. All right. So that's our basic process, everything, because we once again are not trying to cure the diseases. You hear that all the time when you talk to people dealing with natural stuff, right? But our process is because the primary resource that you're missing is this cellular energy. If we restore that, we can leave it up to your body to figure out how to do the repair. And it did for the longest time until you reach a tipping point in your health, like Irma Jean Myers did in Dallas. Irma comes to us, and she's already in stage 4 kidney failure, okay? And within weeks of being on our technology, her body was going to make dramatic changes. So let's revisit that for a moment. And I want you to listen for the part about pain in her legs, which sounds familiar to the symptoms we just read about arteriosclerosis. Here we go.
But I also know that internally I have more energy. I'm thinking clearer. The pain in my leg has lessened, like I said before. I no longer walk with a cane. It's marked improvement. It's just I can't recommend these products more than I can tell you that it's done for me.
Okay. So have you been measuring your blood pressure? What were your blood pressure numbers before, and what are they looking like now?
Blood pressure was high 180s. The lower number was in the 70s and sometimes the 90s. Now I'm averaging 133 over 60. So it's been a marked improvement, and this is in spite of having chronic kidney disease, which elevates your blood pressure anyway. So it's working a miracle for me.
Tell me about your kidney issue.
Well, I was diagnosed with chronic kidney disease in January 2019, and it got progressively worse. It's improved from the greatest 4, they're 4.5 to a 3.5 now.
Wonderful. How long have you been on Restore?
2 months.
Rejuvenate? 2 months.
And so there's improvement now, and I'm just looking for a complete healing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes,
definitely you're seeing some restoration take place.
Yes, to God be the glory.
Okay, when she says high stage 4, it means her kidney function was down in the teens, low teens. That would be stage 4. So, again, this narrowing of the arteries, we don't know for sure if that was the case or not, but it just came up so consistently, and if 46% of the people have it, almost about half of them, then surely it must have applied to some of them, okay? Now, also on Saturday, you heard from people who had edema. That's another thing that can happen when you, basically anything having to do with your heart being able to push blood all the way through your body, return it to the lung, pick up oxygen, and go again. Blood can puddle in places that causes you to have this lymphedema of puffiness and swelling. When I was looking at Ray Liotta, the last movie that he made, I was on one of the streaming services. He has this puffy face and everything. He never looked like that before. When you saw him in Field of Dreams or Goodfellas, any of those movies like that, you saw he was really like a really thin kind of guy. It's not unusual people get a little weight when they get older, but it just looked odd. And Wanda Nobles had that kind of puffiness in her face as well. So let's benefit from Wanda, and we'll talk about what happened after. So have you noticed anything else with your endurance, your strength, or anything with your mental acuity, or just how you're feeling emotionally?
Yes. Just in the last 3 days, I've noticed that I've been sleeping much sounder, very, very rested in the morning when I wake up. In fact, I wake up before 6 o'clock and I'm ready and raring to go. And it's been a long time since I've had that much energy. The mental acuity, that also is quite different. I feel like my thought processes, and I'm able to figure things out faster and come up with better solutions than I have in a very long time. And so I really welcome that change. Another thing that's happened is that my vision is clearer.
How can you tell your vision is clear?
Well, I from time to time sit at the dining room table, and while my husband's watching TV, and an interesting story will come up, and I can't see the screen very well. So I pulled my glasses down, and boy, all of a sudden it was just I could read the printer on the TV. And when I was driving the other day, I had to pull my glasses down in order to read the street signs because they were just so blurry.
So your vision's improved so much. It's like your glasses are interfering with you being able to see.
My glasses are interfering with me, being able to see. And I believe I used the Rejuvenate quite a lot on my eyes because I wanted that swelling to go down. But my vision actually improved because of it.
Yes, that and the Restore from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Really impressive. Thank you again for sharing that, Wanda.
Yeah, I am so surprised, so pleasantly surprised. Thank you very much, Roger. I don't know the whole story about, how you guys put this all together, but I am so glad that I have found you.
Well, that's what we live to do, help people like yourself. Otherwise, no one knows about us.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let me say this, particularly if you haven't been on very many of our calls. The reason that there's such a wide range of effective things you hear people talk about, you're hearing her talk about her vision, and we hear that quite often. Her vision changed so fast that her glasses were interfering with her ability to see. Now, if you look on our website and look up Archbishop McCall, you hear him saying the same thing. There's several people, it'll come to me in a second, had the same, Seymour, Dr. Seymour, same thing. I told him that story. I don't even think he believed it, but I guess he believed it when it happened to him. That's how dramatic this change can be. Now, on the other hand, in part one of that same interview, which we didn't play, you would have heard her talk about how she had a bit of brain fog. She experienced these detox symptoms because your body's going to prioritize its energy however it sees. So it's not us not doing it or the preparation not doing it, it's how your body is choosing to use it. So if you are having to go through a detox experience before you get to that result that you want, by all means, just be patient with it, okay? Now, let's, Dale, I'm going to need you on this one. Mine just fell down. Give me Joanne Rawlings on our heart function. Heart's another one that's obviously affected by this kind of restriction. Joanne, after your update yesterday with the doctor, you're on cloud 9. Tell me about it.
I am. I came here from California. In the end of 2021, I had congestive heart failure. At that time, my heart was functioning at 20%. 3 months ago, I saw my cardiologist, and my functioning had gone up to 35. And that's about the time that I started the Restore. Yesterday, I saw my cardiologist, and the echocardiogram showed that my heart has increased to 60%, and he said I'm in the normal range now.
That's so excellent.
Now, I did put in a recording a couple months ago to you about my kidneys. And the doctor had me on a diuretic, and my kidney function went from 40 back down to 20. It's now back up to 40, and he took me off of the diuretic, which was hurting my kidney. So I feel real good. My health has improved significantly.
Wow, Joanne, I'm so happy for you.
So I'm hoping for more miracles to happen to me.
Yes.
One other thing, the Rejuvenate, I take that instead of Preparation H, and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
I don't have constipation anymore, but when I was having it really bad, I started using the Rejuvenate, and it took away the pain and the itch almost instantaneously. Plus, there's one other thing, too, and I don't sleep that great, but if I take my Restore at night, I will sleep 5.5 hours before I have to get up to go to the bathroom. If I don't take it, I'm awake every 2 hours until morning to go to the bathroom. So it's helped my bladder significantly too.
Good for you.
I woke up and I was wide awake, and I got up and I cleaned. And then I went back to sleep.
Right. It really does help you generally get things done, you know, so.
And
okay.
I feel a whole lot better, really. My sleep time is between 6.5 to 8 hours.
So it sounds like you being able to use the Restore to get your sleep has made a significant difference for you.
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing that, Joanne.
You're quite welcome.
Okay. So heart failure, kidney failure, and a myriad of other things that your body has not forgotten how to fix. Again, it just needed that critical resource from the mitochondria. And also, you notice you talk about sleep. Some of the most important repair functions happen when you're asleep. Okay, so you'll hear that quite often as you listen to these people talking about how they sleep better, where it's your body getting more back into control, asserting itself, because again, you hadn't forgotten. Those instructions are still in your DNA. They're right there, ready to work for you as soon as you activate it with the right technology. Now, let's move on to William Ott. Starr introduced me to William Ott a couple of days ago, and this is so interesting. Ott, vision, cholesterol issues, you'll hear that somewhere through their shoulder injury, ringing in his ear, been hit in the head multiple times when he was younger, and now he's older. You know, things catch up with you when you get older. That's when you really need that mitochondria working. William, tell me about what your health concern was before you met us.
Several injuries. He's supposed to be dead 23 years ago. I was in a truck wreck. I hit 70 miles an hour. And one of the things that happened in my life is I had detached retina in the right eye. I had surgery on that. And was actually blind for a while. Well, long story short, the Lord gave me many miracles, but the eye, had an eye appointment a year ago, and so I had another one here recently, and the eye doctor said, well, we're going to have to change your prescription. They said your vision this year is better than it was a year ago. And also this strange thing, my original glasses were, a screw came out, and they were no line bifocals and photo gray and all that. Well, screw, I couldn't use it, so I grabbed my old ones from 15, 20 years ago. I said, just as good as them. And actually, I read better without the glasses. And I've been using this on my eyelids and then putting that Restore in the gel on my eyelids almost daily and use it.
How long were you on Restore and Rejuvenate before you started noticing a difference in your vision?
Probably a couple of weeks, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Family doctor gave me a physical and the blood test and all that. And he looked at the results and he said, you are healthier this year than you were a year ago.
Wow.
So I'm 71. I just turned 71. And outside a few things, I can do everything I did 30 years ago, 40 years ago.
Did your doctor say anything about the cholesterol level?
I think it came down some. One of my biggest problems is that's why I'm using this, is I've had brain touch. I got hit 70 miles an hour as a child. I got shot in the side of my head. And as a child, someone broke a pop bottle in my head. So what happened, the ears have been real sensitive and ringing some. But it's getting better, but it's still sensitive. And that's why I'm using MOREMITO. I hurt a shoulder, and the shoulder's doing a lot better. I fell on solid ice on a porch and hit my elbow. The impact went up the arm to the shoulder. I had an MRI, and it's a lot better than what it was. I can lift it up for a day or so. I couldn't even arm up. Now I can lift it up, pick things up, and all that. But I put Restore on it, and it's a lot better. I had an MRI, and the doctor looked at it, an orthopedic. He said that I see an old scar in there, And I says, I had a rotator cuff surgery 20-some-odd years ago. That's what she said. But I see no other scars, nothing torn, no tendon. They thought a tear was a tendon, but he said, I see nothing. So whatever, if I did tear something, God put it back, and I believe the Restore helped. Yeah, this is a blessing from the Lord, this product, really. I think it's really good.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for sharing that, William.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Okay, so yes, his cholesterol improved. So like you don't ever know where you are in that spectrum of dysfunction to where it gets to make a critical difference, right? And here again, you're listening to him talk about all those different things that occurred that he recognized improvement in, right? Again, that's what your body can do. Again, it hadn't forgotten, once again. It just doesn't have those resources to do it. And the whole turnaround starts with growing back that mitochondria. I'm not just talking about nurturing it, right? There's lots of stuff that does that. Almost everything you eat and all the air you breathe, right, nurtures your mitochondria. That's not the deal. The deal is, can you grow it back so you can get a therapeutic result that only more energy being produced can give you? That's us. I got a suggestion for you. Except no substitute. Okay. So we're working our way here. I want to make sure, Dr. Boswell, give me *5 on your phone. I missed you on Saturday. I want to make sure you got a comment. We get you in tonight. And while Dr. B is getting his hand up, if you want to talk, I want to go to Dr. Dan. I want to ask him to do a nutritional thing. Let's see. Do I see Dr. Dan? Dale, do you have Dr. Dan?
Dr. Dan fell off the call. I do not see him.
Oh, he missed his cue. All right, maybe he'll come back. I got a hand here. Is that him?
I got him right here. Yep, he's
unmute him. Dr. Dan, you with me? One of us is going to have to unmute him, Dale, or remute him when the other one unmutes him like I just did.
He's open now. Go ahead, Dr. Dan.
Let me tell you what I want you to talk about, Dr. Dan. It's interesting to me that among those things that starts to close down the arteries is calcium. And we've got a particular ingredient in calcium, K2MK7, that migrates it out. So can I get you to comment on that a little bit, along with whatever else you want to say?
Yeah, it also energizes the mitochondria, the MK7. They found out that vitamin D3, which is very, very important for you, that everyone should be taking supplement D3 unless they're living out in the sun. But it can cause calcium to build up in arteries. What it does is the calcium mixes with the sticky form of LDL and makes a very hard plaque that's normally very hard to get rid of. But in the last few years, they realized that MK7, which is a form of vitamin K, but it's a good form. Some people on blood thinners are told not to take vitamin K. Well, that's K1. But vitamin K, MK7 form, actually helps in that regard. Keeps helps open up the veins. It does that gradually, breaking down that calcium and moving it out of the body. Olive oil and black seed oil also is very, very helpful in doing that and keeping the arteries flexible. And when your arteries are flexible, then you end up with normal blood pressure. Is that enough for you, Roger?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was looking for. That in addition to an obvious effect, if you're going to be making arteries stiffer and narrower, it's going to affect your blood pressure. So when you take all these factors into consideration, maybe you have a blood pressure concern, or maybe you have your heart concern or whatever, you just got to be patient and give this stuff a chance to work. And your body's going to make those decisions. It's going to decide how it's going to prioritize, and it doesn't always ask your permission, right? It just doesn't.
Yeah, your body has a mind of its own. Sometimes it's your mind, sometimes it's not.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so the indispensable Dale Bonet.
Thank you, Roger. Listen, everybody, you get these incredible products at moremito.com, MOREMITO.com. Then hit /, that's the same auto ship requirements. If you decide to participate in compensation, you don't even need to make a purchase. One purchase can qualify 2 people. We built a one-of-a-kind company to support a one-of-a-kind product. There's nothing like it. And listen, why would people want to join? Listen, they get access to a greater library of testimonials. If you go into your back office, which is where you should go, log in to place your orders, you'll see under resources and testimonials, you'll be able to play some of the testimonials you heard tonight. After the eyesight testimonials, it's the kidney organ testimonials you'll be able to hear and play and send out to other people. The Joanne Rollins testimony you heard tonight. And I want you to stop real quick and think about what you heard tonight. This is not one of those product lines where, gee, try it for 8 months and maybe you'll notice something. This is not a, gee, I think I feel better kind of product. You heard these people talk about the numbers from their doctors, the changes in their physiology, documentable things to include tests. You heard numbers about people's lives and health changing. Imagine your eyesight's bad because you're still wearing your glasses. Throw them away. Listen, things happening here are completely unique, and you're the holder of the information. Tell people about it, and stand by for incredible things. Roger, if I left anything out, let me know. I'm going to turn this back to you.
You did great, Dale. I heard you did a pretty good webinar last night.
We had fun. Absolutely.
All right. Okay. So we're going to be back on Saturday. We'll have another great topic for you. A lot more interviews and a lot more insights from all of our experts. So I want to thank everybody for coming. Again, we'll see you next time. Until then, be blessed.